Good morning, boys and girls. On the peak of the week, I think I may have listed some numbers wrong, and I realized that we skipped this page. Sometimes it's hard for me to see the pages we skipped when I'm using the digital teacher versions. So we want to go back to page 22 and 23 because these go together, and we're going to work on them all together. I want you to look at the very top sentence of the page. And the top sentence says, "Y can tell you what something is like." So what that means is that adding Y to the end of the word can make a describing word that tells what something is like. For example, rainy weather is weather with rain. So now let's look at the question at the top of the page. It says, what was the day like? What was the day like? Let's look at number one. Number one says, there was a lot of wind. The day was windy. Now, this underlined word here, let me make it a different color. This underlined word here, wind, is going to be the same word that you put onto the handwriting lines here, except how has it changed? We've added a Y to the end. Wind became windy. Now I want you to notice. Wind ends in two consonants. Hold up two fingers. It's two consonants and it only has that one vowel there. So I can add the Y without making any other changes. So when I go to trace the word, I can just say W-I-N-D, and then I can just add the Y, windy. Let's look at number two. Number two says, rain fell from the sky. Oh, I'm going to go back to number one. I forgot. On number one, we also want to find the picture that it matches. There was a lot of wind. The day was windy. When I look at all six pictures here, I can see that it's a very windy day way down here with Doc and Golly. So I'm going to put a number one in that box. Now let's go to number two. Here we go. Let's read again. Number two, rain fell from the sky. The day was rainy. Rainy. Now, let's look and see, because rain has two vowels in the middle. Hold up two fingers. Two vowels in the middle. I already have my two. That means that I can just add the ending without doing any other changes. So I'm going to write rainy, R-A-I-N, just the same, and add a Y. Rainy. The day was rainy. Now I'm looking at all six pictures and I'm thinking, which day is rainy? Oh, that's right. It's down here with Cass. Let's look at number three. Those sentences say, there was a lot of mud. The day was muddy. So there was a lot of mud. Let's look at the word mud. Mud only has one vowel and it only ends in one consonant. Hold up one finger. When a word only has one vowel and it ends in one consonant, you should double it. Hold up your other hand's finger and put them together. We're doubling it to make that V so that we know we're finished. So I'm going to write the word mud, M-U-D. I'm doubling the D. And then I'm going to add my Y. So muddy is actually spelled M-U-D-D-Y. Muddy. And which one of these days is very muddy? Oh, poor Sal. He's stuck in some mud. Or maybe he's having fun. I like to play in the mud sometimes. It's kind of squishy, right? I want you to slide over to page 23. You're going to find the underlined word in each sentence, rewrite it, and add the ending Y. Remember, if a word only has one vowel and it ends in only one consonant like mud, you need to double the final letter before you add the Y. After you look for the Y, after you add the Y to each word, look for the picture that shows the kind of weather that's described. Next to each picture, please write the number for the pair of sentences that describes the picture. Springy means the kind of weather that comes in the spring, and nippy means chilly or cold. Nippy is a word that I use when all of you are dressed in your warmest clothes on those very cold days, and I say, oh, it's just a little bit nippy. Please finish this page on your own, and then you're going to turn to page 26.